line of scrimmage.
I know you felt that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. They run again on 1st down. Cook, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, D. Check 43. Check 9, check 9.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check 37. Check 37. Here you go. Check safety.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Bang, 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 bang.
Third and long for Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They'll get 7 out of it, but it brings up a 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape. Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking? That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here. Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession. So that didn't bother you too much last time? No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. On second down, it's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Back. Hey, switch gears. Line out.
Here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You can't block me. Tight dog. Steamer. Switch. Gun.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Line out. He's coming. We got double up. 36.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
But that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Here's Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 55 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Quick. Watch twitch.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check. Watch twitch.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On the return is Cohen. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him, Do they think he can snap it back into gear, maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go with Boone. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
So don't say nothing. Watch the end. He's coming. Double wide. He's coming.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Cousins on target to Diggs. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21. first down throw for Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Cousins from the gun on third. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Check it back. Hey, flip it. Show it up. Gun. Stay at home.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go, D. Let's go. 58. Hey, no, easy. Mike, 58, right there. All day, baby, all day. Through. Out.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 45 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3. Check.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Gun.
Now Cousins. He'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Gun. Motion. All right, now here we go.
Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Gun.
Cousins now from the 50. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check 24. Check 24. Gun. 58 to Mike.
To throw, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Push him back. Push him back. 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And got his man, complete! And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 40 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check three. Hey, Ringo, 48. Slam. Close.
Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the set. Clifford. Wide. Come. Shift. Watch the shift.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Again, it's Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Gun.
Throwing here, Cousins. And it's caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Bailey got the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They run it again with Cook. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Cohen. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.